1, 2, now it's open. Hello there, good people. This is you. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to the page. Settle down, settle down. We're here for a minute. Not too long, though it's not like a crazy 15-minute video. I don't think so. It's just information value to you. I felt like doing just that. I felt like going easy. You know, it's gonna be like an in and out video. Gonna press in at some point where I just started and then press out at the end and just post that. It's not a fancy video with a lot of editing and getting like a bunch of noise out there to kind of keep you entertained. That's not the point. The point is giving you value and giving you some things to look for when you're doing a workout. And here's the main thing. And the point of that specific video, it's overload. And I've known in the past I did talk about progressive overload, but if we're going to look at different ways into doing just that, there's a big reason for it. It's just because I feel like I always have the same conversation with clients. Not always the same, but some, a good combination of it. So sometimes in the program, when I do some programming with my clients, I tend to like doing these decreasing reps. So we'll do, for example, a squat, and we'll start the squat at 10 reps. And then I'm gonna go with like 4 sets. First, 10 reps, second, 8, third, sixth, fourth, 6, or 4. Could keep going down, or it could go back up. It doesn't really matter. I just like to play with those type of stuff and reps, just to keep the body guessing, challenged, and all of this. And I often get the same question, or I have the same realization when I look into the workouts and the weight that the client, used, and I see the same weight often going from like, let's imagine it's a squat and it's 100 pounds. 100 pounds for 10, 100 pounds for 8, 100 pounds for 6, and then 100 pounds for 12. I'm like, well, that's weird, And then we go into the discussion of things, and like, well, I didn't feel like increasing the weight because, I know I still have some workout to do, an exercise and all of this. I'm like, well, that's, not the point. So here's the thing. When you start your workout, do not look at what you have to do at the end of it. It does not matter. The point is to always give it your all right here, right now. If you're playing with reps, let's say you have 8, 8, 8, 15, and you're using 100 pounds, you do 8, 8, 8 at 100 pounds, and then you do your 15 at 100 pounds, congratulations. You're chilling. You're not doing what you need to do, because you should hit your max at 8, and then the second 8 should be very hard, and then the third 8 should be like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then you have 15 to do, and you just realize you're like, well, I need to change the weight because there's no way I can do 15 with the same amount of weight I was doing 8. I could barely do the 8, and then you get some weight out the way, and you do that 15 to a heavy, hard 15, and then you move on to the next exercise. This is one way to look at how you can do some, progress. But right out the gate, I just wanted to get this out the way. When you start doing your workout, do not look at what's coming and always try to hit, your rep max. If the rep decreases, increase the weight. If the reps increase, you want to decrease the weight, because otherwise you did not start where you should have started. I hope that makes sense. I hope so. It was a lot of blathering, but if it doesn't, send me a message. But hopefully that makes sense. So basically, don't look at the end of workout, just go at it right here, right now. That is step 1. Step 2 of gaining more muscle. We're not going to go into food, It is important. Right now I feel a bit stuck in that shirt, and I was pretty loose in it a couple months ago. And that is most food. Most of it is food. I ate a lot. My workout didn't change that much. I kept pushing as hard as I can. The rest is food. But in terms of like if you're getting started or you're stuck at a plateau or you're not, having the results you want, you need to look at ways to progress. And there are three, let's go with that. There's more than that, but there's three main ones that you can look at. First one is easy, the weight you're using. So either you have 10 reps to do, you do that 10 reps, and you just go like 1, 2, 8, 9, 10. Great. And then you take your minute, and you take a minute 30, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, because we all do that. I do that as well. And then you go again, 10, and that was easy, So you don't want that. What you want to do is like 8, shit, breathe in, 9, oh my God, what's going on? 10, very hard, should barely do that 10. The 11 is like not happening, So then you drop the weight, you do need that minute, and you're probably breathing hard, and you just, take that minute and you repeat the process. This is kind of the feeling you're looking for. If you don't have that feeling, you're probably working out too light. So first things is to look at, am I really working out to my rep max? Am I really working out to, no reps in reserve? Reps in reserve being, I do 10, but I could have done 15. You had 5 reps in reserve, You want to hit that, last rep. You don't need to die under the weight. It's not what I'm saying, but keep at the very most 1 or 2 reps in reserve. So if you have 100 pounds again, and you're doing 10 reps again, you stop at 10, maybe you could have gone to 11, maybe. But that's just like, that was the last of it. If you do 10, but then you keep going, you're like 11, 13, 17, 20. I know how to count, by the way, this is just to save some time, which now I realize I didn't save any time because I had to explain all of that. Anyway, but if you were trying to do 10 and then it's 15 or 20 or whatever, oh, that was too light. So increase the weight, go again, hit your rep max, no reps in reserve, and see the growth. And then you repeat that process over and over again, and you try that on every single exercises. That is 1. 2, sometimes you're going to get stuck. Sometimes you're going to be like, I use 30 for that exercise, but then when I move to 35, it's too much. I cannot get to 10 reps. My goal was 10. I was doing 30. I got to 10, felt okay, moved to 35, but now I cannot do more than 8. So you could use the 35, stay at 8, and then push it to 10. It is one way to do it. You just working out heavier, which is good. You're working to your rep max. Now you're stuck at 8, and then you're trying week after week, workout after workout to get from 8 to 10. Once you go there, you repeat the same process. You increase the weight. It's going to drop the amount of rep you can do, and you repeat that over and over. And this is also how you grow. But if you not do it that way, if you use the 30 and you're like, I can do 10, but 35 now is way too crazy, I can only do 4 somehow, because some exercises like lateral raises, front raises, all this stuff, though, they are very hard. What you can do is just increase the amount of reps you do. So you're going to go from 10 to 11, and the next workout, 12, and then 13. As long as you stay close to your rep max, the results will go and happen. So you stay close to that. And then once you hit 12, 13, 14, like 3, 4, 5 reps more than your intended target, now it's time to increase the weight. Most likely you're going to get there because now the 35 will get you to that 10. And you repeat the process of pushing 1 rep more each workout, and so on and so forth. Increase the weight, push the reps, increase the weight, push the reps. At some point, you bench press the world, and you're like, what's going on? It's not gonna happen, I wish. But yeah, so that is another way to do that. Third way, I don't like a lot, is chillin'. Take your time. Don't be rushed. There's no rush. Where are you going? You're in the gym. You're here to work out. why are you trying to go fast? You know, there's no point for it. So let's say you're using again that 30 pounds and you're doing 10 reps, but you do 1, 2, 3, 4, which is pretty much like a standard kind of tempo that everyone uses. You know, it's like half a second up, half a second down. You do that for 10 reps. And you get to 10 and you get to your close to your rep max and you're like, how can I improve now that I'm close to my rep max, but I get to 10 and you're kind of lost and you're like, I'm still stuck at that weight. Time. You can improve with time. Volume, time under tension, tempo. So the goal is you're gonna grab those 10 and now instead of doing half up, half down in terms of seconds, you're gonna go 1 and then 1, 2, 3. And then you repeat. 1 and you go slow. And you go slow. And you take your time on the eccentric. I just did bicep curl because I wanted to show my guns. But you take time on the eccentric for each exercises. And then you're going to pack much more volume. Because if I do 10 reps, let's take 15 because I know the math on that. And you do half down, you know, half a second, and you do 15 of that. Well, it turns out after 15 reps, your muscle have been under tension for about 15 seconds. Congrats. It's good, it's not bad, it's getting you somewhere. But if you want to increase that drastically, and now you do, let's go crazy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you repeat that 15 times. Well, first, you're gonna have to drastically drop the weight and check your ego at the door. That is first. But now you went from 15 seconds of muscle under tension to 1:30. The volume, just the volume on that is drastic, you know? So this is another way to do that. Time under tension, take your time when you're working out, and you'll see the progress. So there's many different ways you can play with your workout. It's not always about let's change the exercise and let's go from 12 to 10 reps, you know, on any given workout. Sometimes it's just about changing some things here and there, and that can be weight, reps, tempo. I mentioned another one that I'm blanking on. There's many of them, but those are the 3 that I really like to play with, and I kind of challenge my clients on playing with as well. So try that on your next workout if you're stuck, or even if you're not stuck. If you just feel like you've been cruising for some reason, it's just like, well, I've been using the same way for quite a while now. Let's just, you know, change that a bit. Then play with these values. You know, first things first. Do not look at the, you know, what's coming. Too many people do that. Like, well, I knew I had some, you know, leg press to do, so I went easy on the squat. No, go crazy on the squat and then do leg press. And you're going to die here and die there and die at the end of it. But this is gains. So yeah, that was a quick video. That is not that quick. I think it's been a couple minutes, but hope you're still here. If you are, thank you, I appreciate that. If you're not, then you missed out on a lot of stuff that, you know, would have made you some gains. That's it, you know, that's all I had to say. Now I'm gonna go, I'm sorry I touched the mic, I don't know if it made a sound. Now I'm gonna go, we'll walk the dog. It was 3:30 in the afternoon and I need to do that before 5 p.m. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.